Welcome back to Gear Check Games. This is part 35 of our Kingdom Hearts 1.5 for the PS4 playthrough. We are still in the sewers of Hollow Bastion, but we've unlocked the gate, so we can now go in the front door. We still gotta get out though. Can you imagine what the beast would smell like if he was that wet?
Yeah, he doesn't have all of his little like household utensil servants to clean him up when he's traveling.
Maybe he's got some of that like dry powder shampoo just like caked into his fur so that he gets a wash while he's swimming.
Yeah, some ye old 18th century French powder shampoo.
Or maybe he just regularly bathes and washes his fur so he doesn't stink when he gets wet.
Yeah, that's true. God, can you imagine? Because he was that way for
Can you imagine regularly bathing?
He was that way for puberty.
Well, was he? I thought he was kind of already an arrogant, like, teen or whatever when
like a princeling.
He were cursed by the witch.
Yeah, and that was 10 years prior to the events of the movie.
So, like, what if he was like way less hairy as a young beast? And then he grew
He was just like Teen Wolf.
He just looked like Bigfoot from a Goofy movie.
Oh dear.
He's like gangly and like
big
scruffy,
beast.
like chin hair.
Uh-huh.
I always get this fine, magnificent body beard.
You have surpassed even the beast. I now grant you the rank of Big Beast.
What's more important, Belle? Loyalty to that man or loyalty to me?
Is Gaston the beast? He is. He's the real monster.
Yeah.
We've solved the mystery, finally.
That's the point of the movie. Why is Alice there?
Because she is a princess of heart.
Yeah.
For some reason.
She's a kid that fell down a rabbit hole. She ain't a princess.
She's a princess of psychoactive drugs.
Yeah, Alice isn't a princess, but... Or Alice is a princess, but Wendy and frickin' Jane and Sally aren't. Okay.
Did Jane get got too?
Philoctetes isn't a princess. Okay, explain that.
I mean, of the ones that you listed, honestly, I think that Sally is the closest to, like, traditional princess.
Uh-huh.
I feel like Alice would be one of those chicks in a college classroom that would look at you real weird and be like, hey, you want to buy some mushrooms?
Did this happen to you a lot in college, Trey?
I've told you of my escapades. I was the guy that bought the mushrooms.
I see Belle. But she disappeared in, like, darkness.
No, that was just a warning bell.
So I'm angry.
A warning bell.
There is no way this is an illusion intended to trick me.
No, not without.
Would he not have
I
since
kidnapped your friends.
Ah, Riku,
Oh, no.
take that silly thing off.
May destroy my body.
It
Yeah.
doesn't even fit.
My heart.
Come on, my guy, that's Replica's outfit.
I like that they set up this actually like great scene by, alright, we need to get rid of Beast. Let's like use a laser pointer.
Yeah.
And just like point it out the door.
That's why he needs to become human again. Oh, you're right, Dan. This is a great scene.
I feel like Donald and Goofy missed like a great opportunity to be like, guys, you don't have to fight. Just like save Kyrie together. Do it together.
My favorite thing about Bill Farmer's
See you later,
line...
Donald!
My favorite thing about Bill Farmer's line read in this scene, and it stuck out to me since I was a kid, is how he sounds like he's never heard the word betray before. Like, oh, I'm not gonna betray Sora either.
Yeah.
He's like he read it in a book and he never said it out loud.
I wonder if, like, in the studio that day, somebody was going by with, like, a cart of, like, equipment, and Bill Farmer just, like, looked to the sides like, I'm not gonna betray Sora either.
They just kept it in because it was a great read.
Yeah. Use it. It's great.
Oh, I like this speech about friendship and light that Sora does here.
Yeah.
My friends are my power.
It's also far more literal than you might have thought as a young one.
Yeah.
He
The
says
whole-
as he takes out a weapon.
Yeah, now that Sora has like evolved into his, well, basically his form for what I know of the rest of the
Omega
series.
Sora.
Yes. Get used to the friendship speeches because they do not cease.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate it though. Like Dan, like you said earlier, having an indemnitely or like super positive character as an MC is just nice.
Also,
Unless
when
you're a
it
nobody,
hits-
in which case Sora is just a raging, murderous racist.
Yeah, well,
so
Well, you
When-
don't count as people because you're nobody.
Yeah. Thanks, Yen Sid.
when it hits, Goofy has a special particle effect. I think it's with that shield because it has like the same aesthetic, and it looks real nice. Yeah, you see
So-
that? It's
Oh
like
yeah,
that green.
like the gears.
So this fight usually like was not easy for me as a kid, and now that I know about the glory that is Arrow, and I have equipped one of the like strongest brute force keyblades in the game.
Yeah.
I'm just shredding. We're just shredding Riku in this fight.
Yeah, this fight's really not bad at all. It's the one that happens later where they take away Donald and Goofy that can really knock you down to size.
After
Yeah.
you've grinded this entire level twice.
It's it's the notorious Kyrie's inside me fight.
Yeah.
I like the image that you're just bludgeoning this small child to death with a slab of marble.
Also, it's one of the times that Billy Zane actually gets a whole cutscene in this game. Like one of the few.
Oh yeah.
Ah, we've saved him. That horrible outfit is gone. Replaced
more
by
meat
a
suit.
somewhat less horrible outfit.
I was tricked, Sora.
She was not on the other side of the door, Sora.
Beast, you dumb. You're so dumb.
They got me.
He comes back with his hand, like he's like real shy looking, like, oh man, I really fell for that, didn't I?
It's a bummer the Beast didn't get like a nice animated face in this game because he has some really. The Beast in like Beauty and the Beast, like the movie, you know, not the budget Kingdom Hearts adaptation, is like one of my favorite animated characters of all time. Just because I love the way that he shows such a range of expressions in that. Like there are scenes where he looks like really imposing and kind of weirdly drawn at times, but like also he's, you know, when he needs to be, he can be really like empathetic and kind of cuddly and
Yeah.
Woot woot. Furry alert. Furry alert. Woot
Well,
woot. Woot woot.
On that note, in
I'm not
that
gonna respond to
movie,
that.
the fact that they do make him so expressive, it shows that also that he is a dynamic character. Like,
Yeah.
like it shows that he's willing to change,
Also-
albeit very grumpily.
I did literally say in the last episode that his human form is a downgrade in every way from his beast form, so if that
So the
alarm's
furry
gonna
alert's
go
for
off
you,
for anybody,
isn't it?
Well, why would it, Nick? You were just stating a fact. A fact of life.
You take the good, you take the
You know
bad.
what's hilarious
Also,
is like even in the movie when Belle looks at him for the first time after he transforms, she's like, "Who the hell are you?"
so
Yeah.
here's what I want to
honestly,
know.
I kind of wonder if Beauty and the Beast was made in the modern day, if it would have gotten like a Shrek ending, where it's like he turns
Belle
back.
just becomes like
He's like turning
shredded.
back into Prince Adam, and Belle's like, "Nah, actually, I like you better as the Beast."
And then the sparkles go around both of them.
And then she becomes her persona.
She becomes furry, and then she ditches Prince Adam. She's like, "Yeah, I've become what I like." Oh yeah, so
It just becomes the Beast and the Beast.
the Beasts.
The
It's like the
Beasts.
Addams Family.
The Beastie Boys.
Yeah,
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
yeah. Maybe we could have gotten a decent animated companion series instead of Belle's magical world.
So,
Wait, Beauty and the Beast had. We'll talk about that later. What
It
were you
was-
saying, Cray?
Sorry.
I can't get up here. This library is totally optional. Why can't I get up there? That's dumb.
Oh, you need Goof.
Oh, I do need the goof.
Yeah, I always do it though, in spite of it being optional.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
mood.
you're supposed to do it later in the game once you free the princesses, because Belle will give you a really good Keyblade.
I mean, of course, Joe always does it, regardless of it being optional, because it's in his nature to just find library books lying around and put them back in their appropriate shelves.
Yeah, after over a
Joe
decade
works at a library, by the way.
After a decade of working in libraries, like, it's a nervous tick of mine.
This is what started you on your path to become a librarian's assistant, or whatever your job title is.
A library boy.
I was going to say librarian, but then I realized that I'm pretty sure that people with that job title, like, went to college for it.
You need a degree for that, unfortunately.
Joe's official title is library fellow.
Yes. Creative
well, that's
library
a
fellow.
higher rank.
Reading feller.
For someone to be a fellow is like a very high rank.
I love that fellow is like a high rank position.
Yeah. Just like a guy. You know what? Miyamoto's job position might as well just be like ideas guy.
Yeah.
Like creative fellow, ideas guy, they're basically synonyms. Come on.
That's one creative fellow.
We can't not pay him.
Well, I guess you do have to do part of this.
Oh yeah, that's true, to get out. But then, like, if you're here, you might as well finish the fight.
Yeah, if you're here, you're family.
Anyway,
So
while we're... Sorry, Trey.
I'm sorry. I've never eaten pasta in a library before.
I mean, neither have I, but, like, if you did, I'd have to call the security guard on you. You're not supposed to eat food.
Yeah. No outside food or drink in the library, unless you bought it at the cafe inside.
By the way, we have caught people eating pasta in the library before.
Let me ask, was it Fazoli's?
I don't think so.
Breadsticks.
I remember being surprised. It's like, why did you bring, like, upscale Italian food into the public library to eat?
Wait, hold on. Is the book from the A section called Azan?
I think so.
Yeah, no, it's Azal. Yeah. Because, the reason that stuck out to me is because, I have this D&D character who is a warlock named Azan, who's the son of Azaz, and I was very close.
And the brother of Aziz Ansari.
Yeah. I was just a couple letters off. Well, one letter off, but by a couple.
I have an important question.
Are you ready to rock? Sorry, what?
That too. Where is Sora putting these books? These are tomes.
In his book pocket.
Yeah, same place that Riku put that wooden sword.
In the space between worlds.
Well, that explains everything, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about the little turnstile things that I've been, like, encountering. Like, you just have to keep turning them until they, like, deliver the goods.
I love it when an RNG mechanic is the result of a very long, unskippable cutscene.
Yeah. I just realized that there are literal arrows on the bottom of those bookshelves.
Why would you put a bookshelf just behind another bookshelf?
Well, there's not really a lot of other room to put books in this place.
Oh, but like,
also, they do have like bookshelf racks that like you slide the bookshelves.
What kind of Scooby-Doo ass library is this?
For like references and like magazines.
Yeah, they're mainly for like archival areas.
Is this where Ansem like reads his naughty magazines?
Yeah, that's the adult section hidden behind a bookshelf.
Yeah,
hidden behind the kids section.
He has to keep it from his army of like basically zombies.
It's the one-eyed ninja section.
Yeah.
Cyborg ninja.
First floor basement. Anyway, now that we're out of the library, to go back to what I was saying earlier, I think at one point in time, Beauty and the Beast has one of those awful direct-to-video sequels where you can tell that they just, at one point they were going to make like an animated series, but stopped like 3 episodes in, so they just took the 3 episodes and like these 3 disconnected stories and just released them as a movie with like some scenes where they're like telling a story or something, or like reading a book. The same thing happened with Cinderella and Atlantis, weirdly. What's weird is, like, you'd think that Atlantis would, like, make for a good TV show.
It really, really would. So, the same thing happened with Tarzan, except they actually made the series. But they did release the first 3 episodes as its own standalone movie called Tarzan and Jane. which
is that what that was?
literally just the first 3 episodes of the series. Or well, it was like the pilot of the series, but...
Is the Beauty and the Beast thing kind of like an interquel? Like it happens...
Yes.
Like inside the first movie?
Well, that's the problem with that movie is that, like,
story.
as has been demonstrated countless times, there's no real way to expand on that story beyond, like, what the movie shows. Because if you do, you start to run into the problem of, like, this is a really simply and, like, precisely told story that can easily go wrong if mishandled. Like, as much as I get annoyed at people making, like, the Stockholm Syndrome accusation, it's like, you can kind of see where it comes from.
Oh, have you
if you
heard,
haven't,
by
like,
the way,
watched the movie recently?
Have you heard, by the way, that that's, like, not a real thing?
Yeah.
Like, Stockholm Syndrome... No, not, like, the theory about that. Like, Stockholm Syndrome itself is just, like, not a real thing.
Yeah, it's not like a
not
clinically diagnosed, like, mental disorder.
Yeah. And, like, the case that it's based off of is, like... It's real dumb. It's, like, basically the police were essentially harassing this, like, woman who was, like, the, who was one of the, captives.
Oh, yeah.
And the robbers themselves were just, like, really only in it for the money, and they didn't really want to hurt the hostages, so she was like, yeah, like, whatever, dude. Like, why not? Cops are terrible. I'll help you.
She's had a thing against cops her whole life. This is just convenience.
And then 90s era Disney was just like, what if we made this into a Broadway... No.
I could make a
for real,
story from this.
Stop saying...
90s era Disney run by Gaston himself.
Crazy old police.
Police old crazy.
They were in here last night, raving.
Raiding.
Oh dear. Yeah. Yeah, stop. That movie's not about Stockholm Syndrome. The Christmas version, though... The Enchanted Christmas, yes, that
It's
version...
about cabin fever.
Yeah.
Christmas with the Beast.
They've got cabin fever. They lost what sense they had. They've got cabin fever,
I didn't
and they're
know you
all
could hit
going
that
mad.
Oh yeah, I forgot these things are just here to give you magic.
It
so
has
you can
more
light the
animation than
candles.
Mr. Smee.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because you gotta light all the little candles. It's like a Zelda puzzle. Well, I don't know why I'm going to town on it. I already got all the
Yeah,
mana.
like you can clearly... You very clearly know what it does at this point. Oh, I guess you're
Sora's
trying to
working
fill
through
up
some
your
problems.
last bar.
I just really need a full bar of mana, guys. Quality content only you can get here at Gear Check Games.
Oh, it does charge up your little orange meter as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought that was only from hitting enemies.
Nah, it's... You get it from the bubbly boys.
So the goal of this room is to find all of these pieces of a Heartless emblem and then put them on a door to unlock a door.
Yeah, now this is just straight up a Resident Evil puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess this world does have a clear influence, Resident Evil.
Did you find the red lever?
Yes.
That's what that was, right? It was a red lever? Like a
I don't
Phoenix
know.
medallion?
The only one I've ever
Lever,
completed
yellow
is
lever.
4. I'm a fake Resident Evil fan.
I'm just trying to remember the things from the... Anyhow.
Did you combine a green herb and a red herb to get the Heartless herb?
Wouldn't that be a... Well, no, because it's pigments. If it were light, that would be a blue orb, I want to say. It's very weird.
Can we even get blue ones?
Not in 4. I think there might be a blue herb in one of the, like, real Resident Evil games, though. For the record,
no,
I
sir.
love 4, but, you know.
No, sir. They're shouting, blue herbs.
Blue herbs.
Is that true?
Are you
all
saying
shouting
blue herbs?
I'm pretty sure at least Resident Evil 2 had blue herbs that cured poison.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, he was shouting blue herbs.
So I'm missing one piece.
Yo!
We better ask Gold
Dream
Roger.
it.
That is his name, right?
It's Gold D. Roger.
Gold D.
Thank you very
Gold D.
much.
Roger and the 3 pieces. Pieces 08.
God, they look like they're made out of like Play-Doh or something.
They are.
Like, they also kind of look appetizing, but not for that reason.
They're little Gumbies.
I'd love it if we got to this part of the game and then there's only... Sora could only find 3 pieces of the Heartless emblem, so he's like, hold on a sec. And he just pulls like a little thing of Play-Doh out of his pocket and smushes it into the remaining slot, and it works.
Gotcha this time.
So, am I the only one to whom Gumby looks delicious?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
Well, he looks like a spearmint gum. Like you could just.
He looks like a flat pickle to me.
He
looks
looks
like a
like
big,
something
fat, juicy
that
fruit.
would poison you if you ate it. And he probably
Alright,
would.
well, join us next time for Gumby Cast. All Gumby all the time.
I can't wait.
it's by all.
See you then.
Gumdom Hearts.
King Gum Hearts.